Hey guys, my name's Ethan, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the top 5 travel credit cards for 2023, including 2 honorable mentions. I know there's a ton of cards out there and it can be tricky to compare sometimes. So I'll break down all the major features of each card to make it as simple as possible for you to decide which cards are best for you. We'll cover things like welcome bonuses and transferable points that will help you get some free travel, perks like airport lounge access and travel credits, and even more practical things that you don't often think about, like free travel insurance, trip delay protection, and more. If you want to travel more, travel with better benefits, or even travel for free, there's definitely a card on this list for you. So let's get into this list and look at the top 5 travel credit cards. First up on our list is the Chase Sapphire Preferred. This was my first choice when I started looking at travel credit cards. And I think it's one of the best cards for budget travelers and beginners to the points and miles game. And even if you're more experienced, it can still be a great card. The card earns 5 points per dollar on travel purchased through Chase's travel portal, 3x on dining, 2x on travel, and 1x on everything else. One of the biggest benefits to the Sapphire Preferred is that you get access to Chase's travel partners, like Hyatt, which is one of the best hotel partners out there, as well as Southwest Airlines, United Airlines, and a ton more. And with this card, your points are worth 25% more value through Chase's travel portal. This card does come with a $95 annual fee, but the welcome offer offsets this cost by a long shot, and you can always downgrade this card later on to a no annual fee card. The welcome offer is 60,000 points after $4,000 in spend in the first 3 months, which is a minimum of $600 in value. However, many people who use Chase's travel partners would value these points at 2 cents per point, turning that 60,000 point sign-up bonus into $1,200 in travel. The card also comes with a $50 anniversary hotel credit for hotels booked through Chase's travel portal. I also like that this card comes with primary collision damage waiver, meaning that when you rent a car, you'll be fully covered by primary insurance and you can avoid paying that pesky car rental insurance. Overall, I think the points earning on this card are just okay, and I can get most of the same multipliers with the Freedom Flex or Freedom Unlimited. But to me, the other benefits, like the travel partners, 25% higher value on your points, primary CDW, and especially the welcome bonus make this a really great card. Plus the card comes with some other really great insurance coverage, especially for a $95 annual fee card. This card is probably going to be the best choice for a few types of people. It's going to be good for people who are new to the points and miles game, for people who want to maximize Chase cards and sign-up bonuses, and especially for people who want access to Hyatt as a transfer partner. It's also good for people who want a good travel credit card without a high annual fee. Next up on our list is going to be the Capital One Venture X. This has probably been the most talked about travel credit card recently, and for good reason. It gives you a lot of the top tier travel benefits like lounge access with a much lower annual fee than other cards. And the other benefits basically pay you to hold this card. So the card earns 10 Capital One miles per dollar on hotels and car rentals booked through Capital One Travel, 5x on flights booked through Capital One Travel, and 2x on everything else. The card does come with a $395 annual fee, but that's pretty easily offset with a $300 travel credit through the Capital One Travel portal, plus 10,000 miles every anniversary year, which is worth $100 at minimum, and a $100 global entry or TSA pre-check credit. Between the $300 travel credit and the 10,000 anniversary miles, this card essentially pays you $5 to have it. On top of those generous benefits, the card comes with a welcome bonus of 75,000 miles, which is worth a minimum of $750. This card also allows you to transfer points to Capital One's travel partners, and that 75,000 point welcome bonus could easily become over $1,300 in value. I would argue that Capital One's travel partner options aren't as good as Chase, especially in hotel partners, but they do have some valuable partners like Asia Miles, Avianca, Emirates, and many others. Things really start to get interesting for this card when you talk about lounge access. The card gives you and up to 2 guests free lounge access to Priority Pass, Plaza Premium, and Capital One lounges. Depending on your airport, these lounges get you things like free meals, snacks, or even showers in the airport. And you'll have a nice place to wait for your flight while also avoiding expensive airport food. The lounge benefit alone is pretty nice, but it gets even better. You can add authorized users to this card and they receive free lounge access and up to 2 guests for them free as well. This card has other benefits like travel protection, cell phone protection, primary CDW, and credits towards museums, experiences, and hotel collections. Overall, I think this card is really impressive, especially when you consider its travel benefits like lounge access and earning 2x miles on everything, which basically makes it a good catch-all card. The annual fee is really easily offset, and it comes with some really unique perks like free authorized users. So who would be the best fit for this card? This card would probably be best for people who want lounge access at the cheapest possible price, especially if you travel with 2 or more people. Also for people who want to stack up some Capital One miles and access to Capital One's travel partners, and for people who want a top-tier travel credit card that doesn't take a lot of work to offset the annual fee. The next travel credit card we're going to talk about is the American Express Gold Card. The Gold Card has the highest earning categories for food, so if you eat out a lot, this could be a great card for you. The earning categories for the Gold Card are 4 points per dollar on dining, 4x points on US supermarkets, 3x for flights booked direct or through Amex Travel, and 1x on everything else. The major downside to this card is the $250 annual fee. But the card does come with a $10 monthly Uber credit totaling $120 yearly, and a $10 monthly dining credit to these specific merchants, also totaling $120 yearly. The welcome bonus on the card is currently 60,000 points for $4,000 of spend in the first 6 months. But you could get targeted for a 90,000 point offer if you use Card Match or maybe open an incognito window. I found this offer on my first search. Amex points are generally worth 1 cent per point or less when you're redeeming them for cash back, but they're easily worth 2 cents per point if you're redeeming them for travel. So that 90,000 point sign-up bonus could easily turn into $1,800 worth of value. An area where this card really shines is with the impressive list of American Express travel partners you can transfer your points to. Amex certainly has the most and arguably the best list of airline travel partners, like Delta, British, Virgin, and a bunch more. And some really good hotel partners like Hilton, Marriott, and Choice Privileges. One small but surprising downside to the Gold Card is that it has secondary CDW, meaning that if you're renting a car, your own auto insurance would need to pay for the damages before this card would. So overall, this card is really meant for someone who has a lot of spend on dining. And I would recommend this card if you can take advantage of the monthly Uber credit and the dining credit. If you can take advantage of those credits or you plan on putting a lot of spend on this card, then I think it could be a great option for you. But not everyone can take advantage of those credits easily depending on where you live, so I'd make sure you do the calculations before you get this card. Next up on our list is the City Premier. This card is a really interesting option that doesn't get a lot of attention, but I'll show you how I think it makes a really good 1 or 2 card travel setup. If you want one single travel credit card and you don't want to keep track of spending categories across multiple different cards, then this card could be a really great option for you. So the card earns 3 points per dollar on restaurants, gas stations, supermarkets, flights, and hotels, and 1x on everything else. As a side note, you could pair this card with the Citi Double Cash and essentially earn 3x or 2x on everything, which might make this better than any other 2 card setup. It comes with just a $95 annual fee, which is pretty impressive for how good the earnings categories are. At the time of filming, there's an elevated welcome offer for 80,000 points after $4,000 of spend in the first 3 months, which is also pretty good considering such a low annual fee. Citi thank you points are worth 1 cent per point as cashback or about 1.8 cents per point for travel, turning that 80K sign-up bonus into about $1,400 worth of value. The card also comes with a $100 hotel credit, but I don't think it's anything to get excited about unless you regularly spend $500 on hotels in one booking and you're willing to do that through the Citi Thank You portal. Citi has an okay list of travel partners, but they do have some interesting options like Turkish and Wyndham. This card has purchase protection and extended warranty, but not any travel protections, which is kind of a letdown. Overall, I think this card is good if you want simplicity. Besides the sign-up bonus, it's going to be pretty easy to justify the annual fee, and that's without any complicated credits or hoops to jump through. So I would say this card is best for someone who doesn't want a lot of credit cards and just wants a simple setup with no frills. Next up on our list is the American Express Platinum Card. Arguably the king of all travel cards, it's highly tailored to benefit frequent travelers. This card comes with top tier benefits, a lot of credits, and a high annual fee. So let's get into the benefits of this card. The earnings categories are 5 points per dollar on flights booked direct with airlines or through Amex Travel, 5x points on hotels booked through Amex Travel, and 1x on everything else. The card comes with a high annual fee of $695, but it also comes with a ton of credits that could possibly offset that fee, like a $200 hotel credit, $200 airline incidental fee credit, $155 Walmart Plus membership, $15 monthly Uber credit, $20 monthly entertainment credit, $300 Equinox credit, $189 Clear credit, and two $50 statement credits towards Saks Fifth Avenue purchases. The joke is that the Amex Platinum card is quickly becoming a coupon book, and depending on whether you can make use of the credits or not, you're gonna love it or hate it. The welcome bonus ranges from 80,000 points to 125,000 points for $6,000 in spend in the first 6 months. But I've also heard of people finding 150,000 point offers. Amex points are worth 1 cent or less when redeemed for cashback, but easily 2 cents per point when transferred to travel partners, turning that 150,000 point sign-up bonus into $3,000 in value. Even if you only find a 100,000 point offer, that's $2,000 when transferred to travel partners. As far as travel partners, Amex has arguably the most impressive list of airline partners and some really great hotel partners as well. One of the premium benefits you get with this card is airport lounge access with a ton of lounge networks, giving you access to over 1,400 lounges across the world. These are with lounge networks like the Centurion Lounge, the International American Express Lounges, Priority Pass, Escape Lounges, Delta Sky Club, Plaza Premium, and Airspace. I really can't overstate how powerful it is to have the Amex Platinum card for lounge access. No expenses have been spared for travel insurances, cell phone protection, and primary CDW. And you also get access to the Platinum Concierge, which is a free service by Amex that can take care of your travel arrangements for you. The list of benefits go on and on, but I'll summarize by saying the Amex Platinum is really the premium travel credit card with the most top-tier benefits available to the public. If you can make good use of the credits, or you just value the many travel benefits, then I'd say this card could be a good fit for you. The annual fee is high, and I would caution people not to jump into this card too early if you're looking for free travel, but you can't make use of those credits. I hear so many people pushing the Amex Platinum card as their secret to free travel, but if you weren't already going to spend money on the areas that you get those credits for, then essentially Amex is just forcing you to spend $700 on things that you didn't want in the first place. So don't get me wrong, I think it's a great card if you value those credits and benefits, but I don't think it's the right fit for most beginner and budget travelers. However, if you're a frequent traveler and have a lot of airport spend, this card is going to reward you for holding it. All right, and now for our 2 honorable mentions. Our first honorable mention and the 6th card on this list is the Bilt Rewards credit card. So the Bilt Rewards credit card is a really new and innovative card that will appeal most to renters. This is a no annual fee card, and it's the first card ever that allows you to pay for your rent without any fees. If you do incur a fee paying with this card, they'll cover the fee at no cost to you. The list of travel partners that you can transfer your Bilt Rewards points to is actually really impressive. It includes brands like Hyatt, Virgin, American, IHG, and many others. This card doesn't come with lounge access, which makes sense because it's a no annual fee card. But the one big downside to me is that this card comes with no annual fee. So if you had to choose between this card and others, I'd recommend you choose the cards that give you $1,000 to $3,000 in value first, especially if you're under Chase 524, and then circling back to get this card later. If you do spend a lot of money on rent, then definitely get this card at some point, but I wouldn't miss out on a welcome bonus unless I could really justify it in the long run. My second honorable mention and the 7th card on this list is the Chase Sapphire Reserve. This card is a great card with decent earning rates, a decent sign-up bonus, easy to use credits, lounge access, and a $550 annual fee. But I struggle recommending it to people right now. The Chase Sapphire Reserve is at a really interesting point right now. I think if you're a beginner to travel, the Sapphire Preferred makes more sense and often has a higher sign-up bonus than the Reserve, giving you most of the same value but for less. But if you're a budget traveler that wants a premium card, then I'd recommend you go with the Venture X because it essentially pays you to hold the card and it gets you more lounge access than the Reserve. Except the Reserve has access to Priority Pass restaurants right now and the Venture X doesn't. And if you're a frequent traveler, then I think the Amex Platinum is going to make a lot of sense unless you can't make use of those credits. So overall, I find myself hesitating to recommend the Sapphire Reserve, even though I think it's a great card and I'm a big fan of Chase. I still think this is a timeless card, and frequent travelers who want to stick with Chase or don't want to deal with lots of annoying credits will still get a ton of value from it. But I just think it's at an interesting place right now. and that's why it ended up on the honorable mention list. So I really hope this list has been helpful to you, and comment below what your top travel cards are. If you want to learn how to maximize your points at Hyatt, then check out this video. I plan on coming out with more videos to help you travel for free and optimize your finances, so subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. And thanks for watching.